Alright, and we should be live. There we go. Alright, so today we will be studying some JSON and OOP principles, and then we'll be starting our to-do list. But before that, I might make a template for Webpack projects. Or look into some other bundlers as well. I haven't really decided. So let's get started. Hi. How are you? I think I'll keep this as reference for... You're just in this folder here. I'm good. Who's making it again? Ah, okay, yeah. Today we are doing, we're studying JSON, and we're wrapping up a couple of the last exercises for this subsection, JSON and OOP principles, and then we're starting our to-do list project. So yeah, that's the plan. I don't think we're going to get beyond the to-do list today. It'll probably bleed over a couple streams, I think. So, yeah. Smidge too loud? Okay. Thanks for the tip. Okay, how's that? Because again, the output for the stream and my headphones are different, so. Okay. That was pretty simple. JSON formatter. Oh, that might be handy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm using this as kind of, this stream as kind of motivation to study and have a community. But thank you for the good luck. I hope good luck with whatever your goals are as well. I hope everything goes your way. Okay, so let's see. I'm not going to watch videos on stream. So I'll just read these 2 articles, and then that should be it for our studying part. Open for extension, but close for modification. Right, I see. Okay. Classes should be substituted. Okay. High-level code should never depend on low-level interfaces. Should use abstractions. Okay. Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. All right, so let's begin this to-do list project. This is the grand finale of this subsection, so let's see. Should have the chance to show, okay. To-do lists are staple on beginning web dev tutorials, of course. Your to-dos are going to be objects that you want to dynamically create, which means either using factories or constructor classes. So maybe we should have like a little project plan before we get started with this. So I guess we could start by we could maybe create, actually, we could probably start, because if I'm using Webpack for this, I could create like a Webpack template repo and then use that to create this to-do list project. I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. So yeah, let's get started. Yo, how's it going, Dale? Let's see. Webpack templates, maybe. For projects. Probably don't want to read me, actually. Okay, let's try this, and then we could okay. Go to settings, template repository. Okay, and then we'll SSH it. So do we want to put it in here, or do we want to put it in? Yeah, I guess we could put it in here. Yeah, okay, so we have a empty project. So yeah, if you missed it, we're making a Webpack template to use for our to-do list project. Just so that if I make other projects in the future, I can just use Webpack. I might migrate away from using Webpack as a bundler eventually, but I'm going to use it for the next few projects just for consistency. So I think the first thing we need to do is let's go back to the Webpack lesson. And then okay. And like a source directory and a dist. Okay. And then we need the HTML Webpack plugin. Install HTML. CSS loader, style loader. HTML loader. Okay, and then I'll do the I'll do this merge thing. I'll do a .common. Oh, actually, I'll just. Right. Okay. Oh, and then npm webpack merge. Yeah. All right. Let's take a 5-minute break. I hope everyone in here is doing well, having a good Wednesday evening. To reiterate, we are creating a Webpack template to use for our future projects so that I don't have to go through this whole boilerplate setup again and again and again. I probably should have done that earlier, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah. I'm actually going to run and get some water on the break. So I'll be right back. Alright, I've returned with a sweater because it's a little cold in here. Alright. Yeah, so probably want to get the Webpack config template from here. Probably use this one. Right. Well, we want to get rid of the mode. What's file URL to path? Oh, we need a wait. Oh no, we have that here. Oh, I also need a TypeScript config too. Forgot about that. And then there's something wrong here. What's the problem? No inputs were found in config file. Oh, maybe because there's no TypeScript files yet? I don't know. Like, should I make a index.ts maybe? There we go. That fixed it. Okay. Kind of stopped the break early, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. So we'll do this. Actually, okay, it doesn't like that. Let's leave it. Webpack common. We want to get rid of mode. Imports. File URL to path for node URL. Okay. Entry app. File name. Import.meta.dir name. Is this like proper syntax? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Oh, I see. Like this, and then we can put dir name here. Export default entry. App. Then you don't want dev tool or dev server. Name. What would name be? I guess just whatever the name of your project is. Okay, and then plugins, new HTML, Webpack plugin, templates. Okay, so no template. We'll do title, production. Okay, alright. And then do I keep the module with the rules in here? Probably. Yeah. Okay. DevTool, inline source map, static dist. I think that should be fine. The only problem is I don't know where the default template is. Constant merge equals require Webpack merge. Make sure you guys import merge. Just put a console log in here. And then we'll do a compile. And then I don't have any template.html. That's the only trouble. So So if we do like npm run dev, I don't think this is gonna work. Oh, to see a list of scripts. Oh right, it's run start. We should probably change the names because I remember it as start. Okay, so let's just do dev here. For using serve, command you need to do webpack dev server package. Okay, sure. Yeah, it doesn't have source index.js. Oh, because I see. That's the problem. Okay. Okay, so this index needs to be in the source file. Okay. That's better. Let's try this now. Okay. Okay, alright, so that worked. I just don't know what template it's going to grab the HTML from. Okay, well, if we build it, what happens? Okay, so it just puts some default HTML in here. I see. What happens if we do put an index.html? Then what? Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't recognize this guy here. So I think we need to fix that in although unless this is from the dist. Oh no, that's fine. Okay, so we have our entry. Template. And be like this. Get rid of the title. Okay, yeah, now it's recognizing the index.html. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, and then the dev server. So the difference between eval source map and inline source map? Great. Okay, well, I'll just change it to eval. Do this. Okay. And then this should be index. Whoops. Okay, no, there's nothing. And the build should have, yeah. Nice. We have to put a git ignore too. I think, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, so this should work as a template. Okay, now that should be on GitHub, I think. Yeah. Nice. Now I can create a new repo for the to-do. So we'll call it like Odin to-do. Simple to-do list app built for the Odin project. Oh, I also want to include a README. That's okay. We can figure that out. Built for the Odin project, stores data with local storage. Okay. Okay, I'll add a readme. So we'll say like Odin to do app. Simple to do implemented. Simple to do app using something like that. Okay. Okay. There's our repository for the to-do list. So we'll clone it, and then we should probably make like a little project plan just so that we can have like an idea of what we're working with. Okay, so let's see. We'll go into JSTS. Git clone. Okay. Oh wait, no. Actually, I might need to run like npm I or something to get all the node modules in here. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll create a distribution folder. Okay. So we'll remove this and put in Odin to do. Make sure that's good. Okay. There's our to-do app. So I think you can just get started. Okay. I guess there's no way to change the port. Is there a way to change the port? Change port for Webpack or something. I don't know. Oh, dev server. So we can do that in here. So we do ports. Let's do like 3,000 or something, right? And then if we get rid of that and then we put it back up, it should go to the other port. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So let's think about the features we want in this guy. Call it like project plan dot txt or something. So let's see. Let's do some brainstorming. So we'll say cards or to-do items exist as cards that are appended to the end of a main list. Each card or to-do item card has the following properties: title, description, limit characters, due date, and a priority. Separate actually, we'll think of a high-level object. Objects slash classes. So we need a class to manage, like, for the to-do items, right? So we could have like a to-do list object, maybe? So I have a to-do list object which does, so I'll have a to-do list, and then we'll have a to-do item as an object, which will be each individual item. And then each individual item will essentially just store data, right? And then maybe a display handler. Manager, maybe? Oh, do we need multiple projects? View all to-dos in each project. Probably just the title and due date, perhaps. Wait, so is a project like an item? Oh, yeah, okay. So the item, so our to-do item is like projects. Okay, I see. Oh, I see. Your to-do list should have projects or separate lists of to-dos. Okay. I just want to see. That's not really helpful. Things. You could also take inspiration from what other people did. See what other people did here. Okay, so each project can have a title and description. And then you can do individual to-dos for each one. Okay. Okay, so this is how this person decided to go about it. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So we'll have like to-do manager, which manages all that, logic, a to-do project, and a to-do item. So the to-do manager will, actually, I should probably just take the break. I should just take the break. What else do we need other than display manager though? Like, and then those three. I think that's it for now. Okay. All right, I'll let that be what it is. I'm gonna run to the washroom really quick, and I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Okay, yeah. So I'm thinking the manager will manage projects, and then we could have the projects tile horizontally, maybe like buckets or something. I don't know. Or should we have them just go vertical? Maybe we could just do vertical. That might be easier. Okay. We'll play, yeah, vertical. Okay. We'll do vertical. So let's see. So the to-do manager will creation and deletion, create new project. The to-do project will actually handle self-deletion, right? Actually, no. Create new project, delete project, exposed to Maybe like a rename. We should also make the description modifiable as well. Modify title. Modify project description. I don't know exactly how I'm going to handle that yet. And then list of to-do item objects. Properties, we'll say title, description, due date, priority, right? We'll do create new, actually also to-do project. Oh yeah, project assigned. Project. Delete to-do item. I think that's good. Modify project title, modify, and we'll say modify and it just takes in new parameters. Reassign to-do item to past, new past params, or something like that. All right. Self-deletion via to-do manager. And then this will contain reference to projects. Right? And then I have to figure out how the display manager fits into all this. So we should have like an update display. And then it like iterates through all projects and respective items. Yeah. So we want to update the display. That's pretty much like it as far as the display manager. I don't know what else. Handle the forms maybe. Forms triggering. For modification. Creation. And then I also need to have event listeners for project / item creation and deletion buttons. Right? So I think that's how we'll start. It's not like a super detailed spec, but I think it'll do. To do projects. List, and then has maybe smaller cards. Okay, something like that. Okay, there's our project plan. So I guess we can start scaffolding out some files here. We're gonna want styles too. So we're gonna have a new folder. Types. And then there was like a So index will kind of like manage everything. And then I think I'll have a new folder of like modules maybe. Yo, what's up, Jill? How are you? And then we'll create our to-do manager. How do I want to do this? I don't know how I want to name these files. Module, naming, conventions, TypeScripts. Upper camel case. File naming. Maybe. Oh, files are snake case. Okay. Okay, so I'll do that. I'll work with that. To do. So a to-do manager. Did the image thing get solved? Yeah, it did. It did get solved, Jill. You can check the VOD from yesterday. Okay. We're actually starting the to-do list app, Jill. So I've got the project plan here. We wrote this out. So I'm just kind of creating the files for it. So we need a manager. Actually, I might axe this and change the name. Might do to-do manager or something like that. And then we'll do to-do projects. And then to-do item. And then a display manager. Yeah. Zoom. Do you want me to zoom the UI? Because the UI is here. The text should be pretty big. Like, this should be readable. I didn't change the zoom since yesterday. Unless you want me to go further. I'm just creating files right now. I'm not actually coding yet. So we have our display manager, our no what. Yeah, so we have our to-do manager here. And we'll do like the class structure, I think. I'm just going to open up the TypeScript references here. Yeah, so we'll say class to-do manager. Right. And then class to-do project, class to-do item, and class. Okay, continue, no zoom needed. Perfect. I didn't think so. Class display manager. Okay, so these are our classes for our to-do app. We have 4 that I decided we needed. So we have a manager, which manages everything related to the projects. And then we have individual projects, which themselves contain to-do items. Oh, and you know the other property we need is complete status, right? right? Because obviously an item can be completed or non-completed, and that's like a little checkbox. So that's important to put in the plan. So we can define the properties that I think we need. So in here we're gonna have to, the other thing we're having to do is we're gonna have to export these objects, right? No export here. Oh, maybe modules. Ah, we can export a class. Okay. So we can do export class to-do manager. Oh, wait, no. Or we just have that export statement up here. Yeah, okay. I don't know if that's bad practice or not. Or if I can do like export, or if I can define the class and I can do export to manager. No, or maybe it needs to be in curlies. Okay, that probably works. And we'll load it in here. So we'll say import to-do manager from, yeah, okay. And then the index is where we're going to orchestrate the to-do. We're going to orchestrate everything here. Although ideally, the to-do manager is just a singleton, now that I think about it. So we can actually probably create this as a IIFE. So we can do like, we won't actually do this as a class. We'll do this as like a const to-do manager equals something like this, right? And then I think that has a constructor, does it not? Okay, it does have a constructor. Okay. So let's think about what properties we need for this. So we have one to-do manager. The display manager actually can also be a singleton, because there's only one. We don't want multiple display managers. Right? So we have two. We have a to-do manager and a display manager. Yeah, so it has a list of to-do project objects. So in the to-do project, we'll export to-do project. And then can this be referenced? Okay, it can be as a type. So what we'll do is we'll say let project list equal to do project list here. And this probably needs to be imported, right? So from, all right, import to do projects. There's probably some typing thing here. Element implicitly has an any type because of expression. Type any can't be used in this type of to do projects. I think that would work like that, right? So then this stores a list of projects. And we have to do a very similar thing in here, actually. So we'll have a constructor that takes in a title, string, and a description as a string. And then we'll say title, or let title string. Wait, why? What's the problem here? Oh, because you don't do let for, you don't do that for properties. Okay, well, we're getting there. Description. Item list is a to-do item. Need to export the to-do items. Import them into here. Declare list of type. TypeScript. Declare list of type. Oh, can I just do it like this, maybe? Okay. That's what we want. Should be empty to start. Then we'll say this dot title equals title, and this dot description equals description. You are me and I am you. I appreciate that, Cheeto. Okay, we're gonna take a 5-minute break. Well, if you want to inspire each other, feel free to follow along, because I'm going to be doing this for a while, I hope. We can grind together, collectively. Grind some programming. It's kind of what the goal of this whole thing is. So... yeah, grind set, exactly. Okay, so this broke. Oh, because... although this can't be just a property, no. Okay. We are here, yes, that's true. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit for a minute. we are here. Oh, Cheeto, I don't know if you're new here, but if you're so inclined, you can follow, you can join our Discord, which is still new, but you can join that. We're hopefully it's going to be a place where we can discuss like what we're working on and kind of inspire each other and stuff. But it's totally up to you. You don't have to join. Yeah, it's still, as I said, it's still kind of new, so it's kind of dead now, but I think if we get like another few, you know, some more people in there, hopefully it'll get more lively. So yeah, we're doing if you didn't already follow, we're making a simple to-do app using HTML, CSS, TypeScript, and then Webpack as a bundler, because that's what the Odin Project specifies. So yes. I have a typing bug here, but I don't know how to fix that. We'll worry about it after we get this scaffolded out. But yeah, no, it's exciting stuff. I don't know if you've heard of the Odin Project, but it's pretty good. It's good stuff. It's like a open source web development curriculum. Oh no, your goal is to make a website that can help you do Wordle? That's cool. Help you how though? Like, does it just give you hints? Yeah, I like Wordle. Wordle's fun. I still play it every day. But yeah. You press hint, it would give you hints related to the word. Not the definite. Ah, I see. Okay. That's cool. So, is there a way to actually, like... So, like, let's say you're playing Wordle on any given day. Is there a way, like, in the metadata of the website or something to fetch the word of the day? Like, if the word today was apple, you know, it would be able to read that somewhere? Oh, it'd be only with you and your friends? Oh, okay. So would this be its own app, or would this be like... Oh, the website has hints. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm overthinking it. Okay. Let's deal with this type issue now. Okay. Okay, so I want it to be a list of to-do project items, right? But I don't know how to, like, declare an object type, right? So let's see. Oh, does it need to be an interface? Oh, maybe like to-do projects? No. How do we want to do this? Yeah, the project feedback channel is going to be modified a little bit. We're going to change it into a forum, like a Discord forums. That's the idea anyway. Okay. How do I get the type of an object? Do I have to use an interface? Maybe. That might be what I need to do. I mean, I might need to have an interface or something like that. Although I shouldn't. TypeScript, declare type of class, maybe. Oh, implements. Okay. List of exported module class TypeScript. We might. I don't know. Are there like implicit declarations in here? To do projects. Yeah, okay, so it does do that. Okay. Okay. Declare class. Yeah. Alright, I'll just leave it for now. Basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to explicitly type the project list for the to-do manager so that every list element is of type to-do project. Can I do it like this then? Oh, that might work, actually. Maybe? I don't know. Okay. I might have just figured it out. Okay. So we have a projects list. We'll just leave that for now. Is there anything else we need with this guy? Okay, and then we'll do the to-do item first. So the to-do item needs an assigned project. So we'll say we need to import that. So we need a project, we need a title, a string, description, string, due date, which will be like a date type maybe. Date FNs give you a bunch of handy functions for formatting date and times. Okay. What is this? Okay, I'll keep this in mind for when I do the date stuff. You're very new to this, by the way, so don't expect me to respond to your coding. I'm basically just talking out loud, Cheeto. If you want me to be quiet, I can. Or you can, like, mute the stream or something. I'm basically just talking out loud. Just so that if anyone wants to follow along what I'm doing. No, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, what to-do project represents? It's like a category, GL, exactly. So we have, like, just so that people can kind of get this. Okay. So we have the to-do manager, which manages the entire to-do app, right? And then there's a list of projects, which are cards, right? And then each project or category has items that you can check off. Yeah, please say it out loud because you're following. Okay. Yeah, well, I hope that like makes sense. So it's like we have the manager manages the whole thing. Then there's individual projects, which are like, that's just what they're called in here. These are the projects list or separate lists of to-dos. And then each project has its own to-do items, if that makes sense. So we have a to-do item, which is like an individual checkbox. And then we have a to-do projects. Yeah, which is like the category and then the main thing. And then the display manager manages the DOM stuff. So that's like our four main thingies. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see, due date, and then we have, what else do we have? Oh yeah, priority. Which we should also probably make a custom type for priority, right? So we'll say like type priority. What's the type what's the type? No. Object types. Everyday types. No. Could I just do like equals high medium low, something like that? Does that work? And then priority. Everyday types. Yeah. So I don't know if that's how we want to handle priority, if we just want to have like 3 numbers. I also don't know if I need to export the type as well. So can I... How do I export types? I don't know if I need to. TypeScript, export types. Type feline is type of cat. Oh, I see. Yeah, because I don't know if this, I don't know where I'm going to need to declare this. We might run into trouble with this later. Okay. So now we need a constructor. Title. String. Description. String. Oh yeah, we need a project too. Project. To do project. Reference. Due date. Date. And a priority. Is that just how it works? Jill, can you just do this? Oh, whoops, I flicked my mic. I guess that just works. Okay. Cool. I appreciate the tip. Okay, so now we just do project, this dot project equals project. And then we just do a lot of this dots. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. This dot title. This title. Description. And then date. Date. And then this dot priority. Nice. Okay, so that's our to-do item done. Although we're probably going to run into trouble when we... I have a feeling this isn't over yet. Yeah, and then we have the to-do project, and then the manager here. So what we can do is we can just create like a default. Oh, and then we need to import to-do manager into here. Yeah, okay. And then we'll do like a get project list or something, or const get project list equals, or you just do like project list, right? No. Cannot find any project list. What? Maybe that's not the right syntax. What am I doing? This. That's what we want. Okay. There's too much click cluck. Other language have data class or something? What do you mean? Okay. So then we'll just do return what else do we need to do here? Let's just add a default const add project, maybe. And then we'll do project of type to do project. And then project list dot append, or not append, push. Project. No. There's data class in other languages. I don't know about TypeScript. Yeah, I don't know either. Property prototype is missing in type to do projects. What? Argument of type to do project is not assignable to parameter of type of to do projects. What if I just like removed the type requirement here? What if I just did this? Oh, see, now we're in trouble. Okay. Implicitly has type any, cannot be determined, so to do projects. So that's what I was trying to do, and then now it's going to yell at me here. I might need to make another type, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Let my array, and you can also do right on Cheeto. Okay, so what we're trying to do is there's a typing conflict with, because the project list in the manager has a, it stores a list of projects, right? And I'm trying to get the typing figured out. Okay, so I can try this. We can try this. We'll say array of to-do project, maybe? And then now we're almost there. Oh. Okay, that's good. Okay, we fixed it. We fixed it. Okay. Or can we also do it like this? Okay. I see. I see. I had the typing a little weird. Okay. And then add projects. Okay. And then here we'll do some testing. So we'll say to-do manager. Well, actually, we'll not. We'll say let default or test projects. Oh, we need to import projects, to-do project as well. To-do project equal, or just actually do new to-do project, test description as to-do projects. And we'll say to-do manager dot add project of test projects. And then console dot log to-do manager dot get project list. Okay, so now this should just add a test project. Right? So this should just add a dummy project. And then we'll deploy it here. We'll say, what was it? npm run dev. Uh-oh. Why? Module not found. Modules to do manager. What is the problem? Oh. Why was that not added? Okay. You mean to do item? Oh, okay. It's gonna give me trouble here. Yeah. Almost done. Can't resolve to-do project in source modules. Okay. There we go. Hello, Clyde. We started using a school-issued coding program to make an entire game. The teachers are not happy. Oh no. What's the school-issued coding program? Is it like Scratch or something, or is it more complicated? Oh, it is Scratch. Okay. Why would the teachers be not happy? You know how hard it is to make a game? Like, generally speaking? Like, it's not easy. Okay, so this obviously didn't work. Why? Oh, because it needs to be called. There we go. So we should have a to-do project with one element with test project and description. Perfect. That's awesome. You should share it. That's really dope, Clyde. That's awesome. I did Scratch, like, I did Scratch probably, because I learned Game Maker as well. I don't know if you're familiar with Game Maker, but when I was a kid, I learned Scratch too. I was probably like 11, 10, 11, so like 15 years ago. I used Scratch like early 2010s. It's probably changed quite a bit since then, but it didn't have a lot of features. Like, I remember you couldn't have your own custom functions in it, which was kind of annoying. But no, Scratch is great. Scratch is great. I don't know why the teachers would be upset, though. They shouldn't be upset, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, honestly, Clyde, yeah, I would agree. Okay. So we have our to-do. This is working. So we have our project here. And then we want to do item list to do item. And then we want to add maybe a function to add items to this, right? So we'll say add item. And then we'll say item, actually, and then we need to pass it an item, right? Then item list dot, this dot item list dot push item. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Should we do add to do item, add to do project maybe? So we'll do add to do item and then get to do items. And then we'll just return I think this should just item list. What's the syntax for this? Maybe it has to be in here, like this dot. Oh yeah, there's a getter, isn't there? Getter for classes. Getter setters. Oh yeah, get. Okay. Get item list, maybe. Or no. Project item list. Maybe we'll do this. I don't want these private. And then, okay. And then for the test project, we can do test project, or we can let test item equals new to do item. And then for the project, we can do test project item 0 thing date dot now. We just date dot now. I don't know how to actually make a date. We can just make a date here. We'll just say let do equal new date dot now. Oh, actually, I probably could have done. Wait, what's the problem here? Date, new date, do equals date dot now. Maybe? No. Date constructor dot now. Oh, okay. And then date or do. Okay, we need, okay. I'm gonna do the break in a second. I just wanna get this finished. So date.now returns a number, but I want it to return a date. Oh, I see. That's better. Okay. And then if we do test project dot add to do item of test item, then we should in our project list have, so we have the to do project, and then the test project, and then within that we have an item. Perfect. Okay. Now we're cooking. All right. This is like then we just need modify. Modifier functions for the different properties, I think, right? And then that should be like most of the back end. Once we have the modifier functions to modify the properties for the to-do elements, that should be like it. At least for the project and the items. Objects. All right, let's take a 5-minute break. Stream's kind of dead tonight. I don't know what's going on. That's okay though. Yeah, we need to, that's good. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the, so we need to, so we have getters and setters for all of the properties essentially. Although we don't need a setter for item list. But yeah. I don't know, I gotta, it's kind of tricky. I gotta kind of force myself to take breaks here. I'm thinking I'm gonna take a break from streaming tomorrow, and then I'll come back Friday. Because I have a video idea that I want to make, and I want to like kind of work on that instead, maybe. So I don't know. I've been procrastinating on actually like making content for this channel, like other than like streaming. Like ideally, I want to, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to figure out like what exactly I want to make. So I think we're gonna do. I think we'll do one more 25-minute session, maybe go a little bit overboard, and finish kind of fleshing out the back end of this to-do app, and then we'll work on all the display stuff tomorrow and the next, or not tomorrow, Friday and the next day. Because I'm thinking I can do all this like back-end data management stuff in the next 25 minutes. I think I might commit just the project plan. What's up, Abror? I am still learning JS TypeScript. Well, TypeScript, I guess. So yeah, I'm building a simple to-do app today, or just getting started on it. So I'm kind of doing the back end. And after the back end, then I'll do the front end. Like by back end, I mean more so just data management, right? So like manipulating the to-do items and the to-do projects so that we can have data to manipulate and then kind of connect that to a front-end interface through a display manager singleton here. So that's what we're going to be doing Friday. I'm going to take tomorrow off streaming. But yeah, that's kind of in the works. So I'm going to do one more 25-minute session here and then probably wrap it up for the evening. But yeah, so if you want to stick around, then feel free. We just need to make getters and setters for most of these things. So we can do... We'll just do underscores because they're private. So we'll do a getter for title. Return this dot title. What was the setter? There's getters and setters, yeah. Okay, so set, size, okay. Yeah, so we'll do getter and setter. So we'll say set, title, new title, string, return, or not return, this dot title equals new title. Do I plan on becoming full stack? That's the goal. That's the goal. That is the goal. Okay, so we have getters and setters for the title, and then very similar for the description. Whoops. Okay, that should be good. That should be good for getters and setters for the project. So the way I've kind of structured this is I have a... my to-do app will consist of projects, which are like lists of... so it'll be a list of projects, and then each project has individual to-do items within it. So it's kind of like our to-do app is like a list of lists, right? So we have the to-do project, which is like the outer list item, and then the inner list item is the actual to-do item, which has like an assigned project. It has a title, description, a due date, and like a priority value. So we'll just do getters and setters. So we'll do get... Oh, I actually need to convert all these to private, because I want all these to be private. Although, can you modify... I actually forget this. Can you modify... can setters modify private variables or properties? I think so. No, that's not what I want. Okay, maybe actually no. I'm gonna just like delete private distinction. Actually, don't know. Okay. But we'll keep the underscore so that the getters and setters make sense. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do a get project turn this dot project, and that'll be a type to do project, right? And then these should be string, set projects, new project as a to-do project. This dot project equals new projects. Although we're probably not going to need a setter for a new project. Now that I think about it, because once we add a to-do item inside of a project, we probably don't want it leaving that project, because we're not really making like a Kanban board or anything. So I think the project probably only needs a getter. Okay, and then the same for the description. Oops. Okay. Then we'll get a due date. Due date. Do new due date. Okay, there's our getters and setters. I think that's fine. Oh, and then we need a completed status, don't we? We'll say completed as a Boolean false. I think we'll default create. Well, we'll just say, we'll put it here. Completed as a Boolean equals false, maybe. This dot completed equals completed. I guess we'll do getters and setters for the completed status as well. Actually, or do I want to toggle completed? Yeah, so we'll have a getter and then a toggler. So we'll say toggle completed. And then we'll just we'll just say for toggle completed, we'll just say this dot completed equals not this dot completed. Okay. Because we don't really need to set. Since it's just a Boolean, we can just flip it off and on, because that's how we're going to be interacting with it anyway. Unless we want to have it congruent with the checked status of a checkbox, in which case we might want to actually set it. I lied. We'll just have it as a setter. I think that's good. And then we need to delete const delete to do project. To do projects, right? Then we'll have to say if project list dot includes project, right? Then we will remove it. Project list dot remove. How do we remove? Because we could pop, but we have to remove specific item from list. Oh yeah, the splice. I keep forgetting about splice. Or does dot remove now? Yeah, okay, so project list dot splice. Oh, we need the index too. Okay, we'll get the index. Let index equal project list dot index of project, maybe, and then index 1. So we can add, delete, and then we can also modify through the getters and setters. But that shouldn't actually change our to-do manager if we modify the individual projects. As long as the object reference itself doesn't change, which it shouldn't. Right? So. Yeah. That should be fine. So we can add and we can delete. So the display manager is going to have a lot of work to do. I'm just thinking about how to integrate all this. Okay. So here's our display manager. And we'll say like const update display. Turn update display. And then do we want to like do like a double for or something? I don't know. I'm actually wondering if we should only update specific projects that change. Because if we iterate through every single, like, think of it this way, if every time we make a change to any element, whether we change the title of a project or the checked status of an item, do we really want to iterate through every single element if only one thing changed? I don't think so. So we can do update. We can do an update to do manager. Update to do manager display const, and then that's only referencing one object, right? So update to do project display, and then we could take in a project, right? And then we can also do it the same for an item. Then we can just export these guys. Oh wait, this needs to be imported too. Quick fix. Yeah, add the import. Okay. Update to do manager display. Actually, I'll probably just do it like this. Update to do item display. Okay. Okay. The to do project. And we'll have to think about how we want to structure the front end for this, right? Like in our index.html, we probably need a like we'll do like a header. Odin to do, and then maybe like a main body, and then a footer. Footer title made by itmanbanana 2026, something like that. Right? And then inside of content, we need some sort of, or maybe we could have the, under the header, we could have an add project button or something. something like this. And we got to think about how we want the projects to be sketched out. So like HTML. Layout. So we want project. So we'll do like a div project container, like, and then we have a project, and then div project title. And we do like a UL. Then li item. And then here we have div.item title. Like a date, yeah. We have the date, and then we have a the title, description, date, priority. And then we need some sort of button to like delete the project, right? So we have the description somewhere, and then we have like a button, delete project. Maybe like a settings section, and then we'll do like button dot project modify, change title / description, button dot project delete project, button dot add item. Adds to do item to this project. Actually gonna make a separate and we have like settings or something. Div dot item settings. And we have a button dot item modify, change title / description / due date / priority. And then button dot item delete this to do item for this item. That's it, I think. Just modify and delete, right? I think that's all we need. And then, of course, we have to lay out the forms for actually creating. Need forms for creating new projects and project list items. Right? So we'll do that layout, I think, maybe tomorrow. Or no, Friday, because I'm taking tomorrow off. Let's see. Add to do. The above 3 object types. Adding, removing projects, items. Will need feature. Need to implement modification front end through forms. Okay, I think that's fine. Cool. All right, that's gonna do it for today, I think. I'll just push this to GitHub, so it's up there. And I think tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Friday, we're gonna do the front end and get this display manager working. But the back end is pretty much done, I think. Like the actual like data manipulation of the projects and the everything like that is all good to go. The projects, the to-do items, all that. And kind of our scaffolding here. I mean, in future, I'd probably use like an actual project planning app, like maybe this to-do list or something. To actually like address like or plan projects, but for now this should be more than okay for this basic this basic project. So yeah, thank you for watching if you did, and I'll see you on Friday night.